Hi there, and thank you for clicking on my video. FryGuy requested the MR28 test. Uh, Slightly persuaded to do this by the In the Army Now Bill Murray picture. Big fan. Um, it seems like people are having issues with the overguard, and I'll make another video on that. It's surprisingly simple. Um, I'll talk about it in the next video, but let's do the MR28 test. This is pretty simple. We're going to be using a setup that is reminiscent of um, Plague Star. Almost forgot it. The AoE speed grouping build for Nidus. If you do endo farming in Arena, you probably have this build set up. Big AoE, 280 range on Nidus. So we can knock it out. Talks about having to attempting to brute force only gets like 5 to 7 kills per canister, and you need to get 8 to 10. I hate this test. Please advise. Thank you for your time and assistance. Alright, so I'm not gonna lie, I've tried this with a couple different frames. The fact is that look it up. None of the guides are recent. There was one from a couple months ago, 4 months ago. Lots of Vauban, Sienna Wisp. It's just nothing's recent, right? But I went the Nidus route. I've tried it with a couple of frames, and this is by far the most consistent. Not really too much of an issue here. You're able to group because it's Nidus, right? 280 range. We're going to be taking the Archiplasmor. You don't need particularly this build, but the key points to have are multi-shot, crit chance, crit damage, base damage. We want Merciless, Galvanized Acceleration, which technically isn't even needed, and we did mod for Guess with a faction mod for Infested. And obviously you need to have primary, secondary melee. Tried it with all three of these; they all work. Nucor, Stropha. It's a viral setup with faction for Infested, because we're looking to just get kills. We're not looking to particularly kill everything. We just need to get to the correct number of kills. Cascadia Flare on the Nucor. This does just fine. You can mod this build however you want. It's still the same one from yesterday. Corrosive Heat still gets the job done. Even with this, you don't need a Riven. And considering it's a MR28 test, I'm assuming you got some Prime mods. You got some upgrades. You've obviously probably done the arbitrations and got the Galv mods. So we're going to assume some level of equipment here. Cascadia Flare. Merciless. Going to be using Nidus, and here's the more important part of the build. 280 range, so I didn't have to mod for efficiency. I just put Larva Burst on. We're going to be getting energy back from Virulence. Nice quick hits. Going to be in and out. As we grab the canister and we're aim gliding over, going to drop a 2. When we land down, immediately hit it with a 1 so we can get our energy back. And when it groups everything, we'll be getting when the 1 hits everything, we'll be getting energy back. Nice big range, so we'll be able to CC a ton of stuff. So even if the enemies in this, you have to hit them with a basically like a thermia canister, so they can take damage. But that doesn't mean you can't CC them. So one of the things we're going to be doing is with Larva Burst is we're going to be moving the big group of enemies around to make it a little easier to kill. And to be honest, I'm basically going to ignore the Eximus. to just make this as easy and consistent as possible. So it's range. Guardian Grace, you technically don't need these, and you'll see why. Corrosive Projection, don't even need it. Triple Umbra, just bring something that allows them to stay alive. So, like, adaptation, health, armor, that sort of stuff would be fine. Obviously, no shields. And Flow, just to help with the spam ability, even though we're basically only going to cast the 1 4 times and the 2 maybe 6 times. And it's basically going to be 4 or 5 shots at most. But we'll get it done in 4 canisters. So here we go. All right, first one's going to be right in front of us. Just going to waddle on up. Nice group. Gonna start grouping. Operate over. Grab the canister. Gonna start grabbing. Alright, next one is up. Operate over. Grab. Early 2. Whoop. Swap over to the new core for a bit since we're getting mobbed a little bit. Nice and easy. Canisters to spare. Not really stressful. But you see the rhythm. Cast your 2. Group them. Even got some ferrite. Cast your 1 so you just get your energy back. Deal with those energy leeches, because I guess that's what you were having issues with. The main thing is to just ignore the Eximus. You're going for kills. You really don't need to worry about killing everything. You just need to get to 40 kills, right? So, pretty simple. If you've done Plague Star, it's what, phase 2, where you're trying to get enough kills to get the Hemocyte out. Or was it phase 3? Whatever it is, the last phase. So, pretty basic. Range-nitis seems to be the easiest and the most consistent. Like, I've tried it with Vauban, tried it with Saren. The Eximus units have made an impact on it. I can see where the trouble was. But even not using Prime Sure-Footed, with Prime Sure-Footed, that would have been way easier. I got knocked off the platform once because I didn't take Prime Sure-Footed, but it didn't matter, right? Just required me to use another canister. But pretty simple. It's good times. But anyway, I hope this helps. It gives you a setup. Try it out. 280 range Nidus. Little bit of tank. And you're golden, right? If you have the augment, take that. I tried it with the augment. Obviously, I just did it with it. And I tried it without. There's no difference. It still works. 100 duration on Larva on the 2 is enough that it dissipates fast enough. It's fine. So I hope this helps. Take it easy, man. I hope this answers your question. Everybody stay excellent.